Are you looking for a way to quickly and safely store your breast milk? In this video, I will show you how to dehydrate your breast milk in just a few simple steps. I'll also provide tips on how long the milk will last and when it should be discarded. 1. What is the easiest way to dehydrate breast milk? Dehydrating breast milk is a great way to store and preserve it for longer periods of time. It can also be used when traveling or if you are away from home for a short period and need an easy way to provide your baby with healthy nutrition. The easiest way to dehydrate breast milk is by using a food dehydrator. A food dehydrator uses heat and fan-forced air circulation to remove moisture from the milk, leaving behind a powder that can be stored in an airtight container or jar. 2. How many steps are involved in the process of dehydration? Dehydrating breast milk involves a few simple steps. First, make sure that your breasts are clean and free of any debris or bacteria before beginning the process. Then, express your milk into a clean container, which can be used to store it away until ready for dehydration. The next step is to pour the expressed milk into shallow trays or containers in order to spread out the liquid so that it can dry more quickly and evenly. After this, place the tray in an oven at low temperature, no hotter than 150 F, for approximately 4 to 6 hours. Once done, take out the tray from the oven and cool it down before storing away in airtight containers for future use. 3. What tips can you provide on how long the milk will last once it is dehydrated? Once the breast milk has been dehydrated, it can be stored for up to a year. It is best to store the dehydrated milk in an airtight container or Ziploc bag in a cool, dry place. Be sure to label the container with the date that it was made and check every few months for spoilage. If any signs of spoilage are visible, discard the contents immediately. Additionally, you should also practice safety precautions when handling dried breast milk, as bacteria can still be present on its surface. After each use, clean your hands thoroughly before touching anything else. You should also always double-check that all containers and utensils used for drying were properly sterilized beforehand. 4. Is there a certain time limit to when dried breast milk should be discarded? Yes, dried breast milk should be discarded after 6 months. Since dried breast milk will lose some of its nutrients and vitamins over time, it is important to discard any that has been stored for longer than 6 months. It is also recommended to store individual servings in airtight containers and label them with the date they were made. Then discard any leftovers after 24 hours. This will help you ensure your baby always has access to the freshest possible feedings. Additionally, never reuse a bottle of dried breast milk that your baby did not finish drinking. It can become contaminated easily and make your little one sick. Lastly, avoid using a bottle if the powder does not dissolve completely. This could indicate that the drying process was incomplete and could be unsafe for your baby. 5. Can other products like formula or cow's milk be dehydrated too? Yes, you can also dehydrate formula and cow's milk. However, the dehydration process may be slightly different from that of breast milk. Formula and cow's milk contain more water and will require a longer time to dehydrate than breast milk does. Additionally, when preparing these liquids for dehydration, it is important to use a low heat setting such as 200 degrees Fahrenheit or lower in order to ensure that the liquid does not burn during the process. This will help preserve the important nutrients contained in formula and cow's milk as much as possible. Finally, it is also essential to store both types of milk powder correctly after drying in order to prevent spoilage. For example, formula should be stored at room temperature in an airtight container, while cow's milk powder needs to be refrigerated or frozen in a sealed bag. By following these instructions, you can successfully dehydrate both formula and cow's milk with ease. 6. Are there any health benefits of using dried breast milk instead of fresh ones? Yes, there are several health benefits associated with using dried breast milk over fresh ones. Dried breast milk is more concentrated than fresh milk and contains more nutrients and antibodies. This can help boost the immune system of babies and toddlers, helping them to stay healthy for longer periods of time. Additionally, Dried breast milk is easier to digest than fresh milk since it has reduced lactose content due to the dehydration process. Finally, some studies have suggested that dried breast milk may also help reduce the risk of allergies in children by providing them with necessary bacteria to aid digestion. 7. What supplies do I need to successfully and safely carry out this process at home? It is important to have the right supplies on hand before you begin dehydrating your breast milk. You will need an oven or food dehydrator baking sheets trays that fit in the oven or food dehydrator wax paper a container for storing or freezing the dried milk, a measuring cup for measuring out portions of milk when pouring into trays, a spoon for stirring and scooping dried flakes off trays. Having the proper supplies makes it much easier to properly and safely complete the dehydration process. Having a good quality food dehydrator can also help ensure that all parts of the breast milk are evenly dehydrated, preventing any risk of spoilage due to incompletely dried milk. The most important aspect of the supplies is to make sure that everything is sterile and clean before beginning. Wash all trays, containers, measuring cups, and spoons in hot soapy water before using them for dehydrating breast milk. This will help prevent any contaminants from entering your breast milk and ensure that it stays safe for use. Dehydrating breast milk is a great way to preserve your valuable liquid gold for longer. We hope the step-by-step guide has helped you understand the process and feel confident in dehydrating it safely. If you have any questions or tips of your own, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. We'd love to hear from our viewers. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy dehydrating.